गिरिवरधारी जय गिरिवरधारी जय गोपीजनवल्लभा जय गिरिवरधारी जय गिरिवरधारी जनवल्लभा जय गिरिवरधारी जय गिरिवरधारी यशोदानंदन ब्रज जन रंजन यशोदानंदन ब्रज जन रंजन यशोदानंदन ब्रज जन रंजन यमुना तीरावनचारी यमुना तीरावनचारी जय राधा माधव जय कुंज बिहारी राधा माधव जय कुंज बिहारी हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा कृष्णा हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा कृष्णा हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा कृष्णा हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा कृष्णा हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा कृष्णा हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा कृष्णा हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा कृष्णा हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे जय जय प्रभुपाद 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 जय जय प्रभुपाद जय जय प्रभुपाद 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 जय जय प्रभुपाद जय जय गुरुदेव 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 जय जय गुरुदेव गुरुदेव जय जय गुरुदेव निताय गौर हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल निताय गौर हरि बोल गौर हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल। हरिनाम संकीर्तन की जय, हरे कृष्ण महामंत्र की जय, ग्रंथराज श्रीमद् भगवद गीता की जय, जगतगुरु श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय, अनंत कोटि वैष्णववृंद की जय, निताय गौर सीतानाथ प्रेमानंदी हरि हरि बोल। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। नारायणं नमस्कृत्यं नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत्। नाष्टप्रायश भद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवती उत्तम श्लोके भक्ति भवति नैष्टकी। कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय देवकी नंदनाय च नंदगोपकुमाराय गोविंदाय नमो नमः। ओम अज्ञानतिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुर्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूप कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरुं श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरुन् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगण रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधाकृष्णपादान् सहगणललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितं च। हे कृष्णा करुणा सिन्धो दीनबन्धो जगत्पते गोपेशा गोपिका कान्त राधा कान्ता नमोस्तुते। तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्येव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। नमो ओं विष्णुपदाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिनिति नामिने। नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे। मुगं करोति वाचालं पंगुं लङ्घयते गिरिं यत्कृपातं वन्दे श्रीगुरुं दीनतारिणं परमानन्दमाधवं श्रीचैतन्य ईश्वरं। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभो नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासदि गौरभक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। Hare Krishna. So we are in the 11th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, which is mainly the middle section of Bhagavad Gita. As Acharya has explained, it is mainly focusing on the devotional service, which is the most important thing. So it is said that the Lord Krishna want to emphasize the importance of Bhakti Yoga. That's why, like a crushed jewel box, the jewel is kept inside, the essence is actually kept inside the Bhakti Yoga. So we are in this Bhakti Yoga part of Bhagavad Gita, universal form, where the Lord reveals the Vishwarupa. So we know that in the human form of life, we are all actually, we all want to know about God. That is our, everybody, because majority of the world, they are all theist actually, only minorities are atheist. So everybody believes in God, but they do not know who is God, or because there are a lot of misconception about God. So they say normally, if you want to know about certain subject, if you want to know about the spinal cord or you want to know about your throat, you go to the ENT doctor. You cannot go to any normal person and ask him about the intricate details of our body. So same way, if you want to know about God, we cannot go to any common man and ask him. We have to go to the acharyas. So when we say, but what happens in today's world, especially in Kali Yuga, everybody comments on God, like I am God. There is like some conceptions, major misconception. When we say Krishna is the Supreme Lord, people sometimes consider him as an ordinary human being because they say from their own concoction, mental concoction. Some consider that all gods are same. That is the majority of understanding at least in India. Everyone is same. Nobody has any objection to pray to Krishna, but provided they can pray to other gods. But if you say only Krishna, then they get upset. So that is we are seeing. And some think that the nature is the Lord, the nature which is providing everything for us, it is considered with the Supreme. So there are a lot of misconceptions about God. But in human life, we always want to know about God. This question is always there from childhood and it processes actually who is God. Sometimes we get some understanding and again we get confused over a period of time. But if we have faith, Krishna says, I am God. In 10th chapter very clearly he says, I am sarvasya prabho matta sarvam pravartate. We are searching for God in human form of life, everyone. And here Krishna is saying, I am God. And no other religious scripture says that I am God. No other scriptures, even if you say in Sanatana Dharma also, or you see in other religions also, everything, even if you say like Quran, it is by the messenger of God. And if you say Bible, it says Son of God. Nobody proclaims that he is the Supreme Lord in any scripture. But here we can see Krishna proclaims that Aham sarvasya prabho matta sarvam pravartati iti mattva bhajante mam buddha bhava sam. So he says that I am God. So now Kali Yuga also, many people say I am God. But Prabhupada asks, can they prove that they are Lord? And this one is such universal form. Prabhupada says if they are Lord, they should demonstrate by showing their Vishwarupa. That is a test. Even in Tamil Nadu, there are couples who claim that they are Kalki Bhagavan. So there are people who are following them also, currently. So anybody can claim that they are God, like Krishna. But can they prove that they are the Supreme Lord? So that question comes, Krishna proves here. In the 11th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, Krishna proves he is actually the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So now we know who is God and he has already proved. But do we have faith in that words? So that is a very important thing to understand. Do we have faith? We all believe, but do we have faith? There is a difference. Faith means you put it in action. Believe means it is a kind of passive stage. Okay, I believe. So for that there is a very interesting thing, a lesson in faith. How many of you heard of this person, Charles Blondin? Anybody has heard about this person? Charles Blondin? Okay. So this person is basically from France. He is an acrobat. So acrobat, very famous acrobat, that he used to tie a rope in the Niagara Falls on the cross. It's a true story. He used to tie a rope, you can see the photo, and he will have this, balancing stick, and he will cross from one end to the other end. Okay, so there were around 25,000 spectators in the Niagara Falls seeing this. It's not an easy thing to walk on a rope on the Niagara. Little slip, finish, your life is ended there. He used to walk. Then what he will do, he will take wheelbarrow and he will put some vegetables in that and he will, with that balance, he will crow. And when he is going there, the other side, like that he did many things, many feats. Like he will tie his eye, blindfold, and then he will walk. Like that he did many things. Many examples are there, but one thing is, he put the wheelbarrow and he was going across with a lot of vegetables and he crossed. All the crowds were cheering. Then he said, do you think that I can come back in the same wheelbarrow this side? The crowd, all they said, yes, we all believe, yes, you can do it. You are a person, 100% we are confident. Then he said, instead of these vegetables, just one volunteer you come, you sit in this wheelbarrow, I will take you. But everybody they said, no, we cannot come. So this is belief. Belief means we believe, yes, Krishna is Supreme Lord, and Krishna, he proved also, yes, we believe, yes, Krishna is. But faith means putting that belief into action. So when they say that this person can cross, because he has crossed n number of times here and there, but when we ask one volunteer from that crowd If you say you believe me, come and sit in the wheelbarrow. I will take you from this end to that end. They said, no, that we cannot come. So that is our situation, my situation, we can say, not everyone, because there are a lot of devotees who are living by Krishna's instruction. But Prabhupada lived that instruction. He lived, he took the risk. He knows that Krishna will protect him. Krishna will save him. Same like crossing the Niagara. He crossed from India to America without any money, without any resources. But he did not believe. He realized, he had that realization. Because Prabhupada had that realization, that's only we can see in the Prabhupada's purport. He is writing about Krishna so strongly. Somebody has only theoretical knowledge, he cannot write purports like that. It is Prabhupada who has seen Krishna face to face. That's why you can write purport like that. So Prabhupada had that firm faith, absolute faith or firm conviction that Krishna will save me. And then he went to America. And now Prabhupada is same like that wheelbarrow. He is telling, are you ready to come with me now? Are we ready to take the same faith? Now we read Prabhupada books. Can we live up to Prabhupada's instruction, same faith? That is the question. Now some people hear Prabhupada Bhagavad Gita, they said, yes, correct. Yes, Prabhupada, whatever Prabhupada is written. Now Prabhupada says, come. Sarva dharman paritya, give everything, karmana manasa vacha to Krishna. Then people take one step back, two step back, or somebody disappear also after that. So this is a harsh reality. We all believe Prabhupada, we all believe Krishna. But are we able to take that risk of what Prabhupada did? At least follow his teachings to the core of our heart. So I also pray at this hall with assembly of devotees, we should get that absolute faith. We should be able to take that risk. What is going to happen? Anyway, we are going to lose our life one time. If you are able to take that risk, definitely Krishna will protect us and reciprocate with us. So that faith, absolute faith, Krishna, Prabhupada is actually inspiring us, motivating us through his books. Without that books, we cannot get so much staunch faith on Krishna. Because from childhood we are also been hearing about Krishna. We know about Krishna. But that faith, that Krishna is the Supreme Lord and Krishna will save me and Krishna is my well-wisher. All this faith we get actually after reading Prabhupada books. Even though Prabhupada was not there, still today there are a lot of people who just read by Prabhupada and get transformed overnight. So that is a potency. So same thing, you can see this is a lesson in faith called how we all believe, but do we put that belief into action as that absolute faith. So with that, we'll go to today's verse, verse number 11, text number, chapter 11, verse number 5. So Sri Bhagavan Uvacha Pascha me partha rupani Satosta sasrashaha Nana vidani divyani Nana varna kritina cha Shri Bhagavan Uvacha Pascha me partha rupani Satasota sahasrashaha Nana vidani divyani Nana varna kritini cha Shri Bhagavan Uvacha Pascha me partha rupani Satosta sahasrashaha Nana vidani divyani Nana varna kritini cha. Anyone want to recite?
Shri Bhagavan Uvacha
Shri Bhagavan Uvacha Pascha me partha rupani Sataso ata sahasrashaha Nana vidani divyani Nana varna kritini cha.
Shri Bhagavan Uvacha
Shri Bhagavan Uvacha Pascha me partha rupani Sataso ata sahasrashaha Nana vidani divyani Nana varna kritini cha. Shri Bhagavan Uvacha पश्य मे पार्थ रूपाणि शतसो अतसहस्रशः नानाविधानि दिव्यानि नानावर्णाकृतीनि च। श्रीभगवानुवाच पश्य मे पार्थ रूपाणि शतसो अतसहस्रशः नानाविधानि दिव्यानि नानावर्णाकृतीनि च। श्रीभगवानुवाच पश्य मे पार्थ रूपाणि शतसो अतसहस्रशः नानाविधानि दिव्यानि नानावर्णाकृतीनि च। माताजी श्रीभगवानुवाच पश्य मे पार्थ रूपाणि शतसो अतसहस्रशः नानाविधानि दिव्यानि नानावर्णाकृतीनि च। श्रीभगवानुवाच पश्य मे पार्थ रूपाणि शतसो नानावर्णाकृतीनि च। श्रीभगवानुवाच पश्य मे पार्थ रूपाणि शतसो अतसहस्रशः नानाविधानि दिव्यानि नानावर्णाकृतीनि च। So we'll go to synonyms, word to word meaning. Sri Bhagavan Uvacha. The Supreme Personality of Godhead said, Pashya, just see, me, my, Partha, O son of Pritha, Rupani, forms, Satashaha, hundreds, Atha, also, Sahasrashaha, thousands, Nana Vidani, variegated, Divyani, divine, Nana, variegated, Varna, colors, Akritini, forms, Cha, also, translation purport by Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. Translation. The Supreme Personality of Godhead said, My dear Arjuna, O son of Pritha, see now my affluences, hundreds and hundreds of thousands of very divine and multicolored forms. So we will repeat the translation. The Supreme Personality of Godhead said, My dear Arjuna, O son of Pritha, see now my affluences, hundreds of thousands of very divine and multicolored forms. Purport. Arjuna wanted to see Krishna in his universal form, which although a transcendental form is just manifested for the cosmic manifestation and is therefore subject to temporary time of this material nature. As the material nature is manifested and not manifested, similarly this universal form of Krishna is manifested and non-manifested. It is not eternally situated in the spiritual sky like Krishna's other forms. As far as a devotee is concerned, he is not eager to see the universal form, but because Arjuna wanted to see Krishna in this way, Krishna reveals his form. This universal form is not possible to be seen by any ordinary man. Krishna must give one the power to see it. Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. So this is the significance of the Acharya's purport. Definitely if we read only the translation, we do not know that the universal form is temporary form. So also we need special mercy of the Lord to see. All those things Prabhupada is explaining. We cannot challenge to see God, but only when God showers His mercy, we can see Him by His mercy. So Acharya's purport are very, very important to understand any sacred text. So how this today's chapter is connected to chapter 10, where Krishna is saying that ekam steno sthito jagat, with my fragmental part everything is sustained in this universe. So Arjuna wishes to see that all pervasive form of this Lord. So here we can see Arjuna is actually requesting Krishna to show that universal form. So this is chapter 11 overview. You can see 4 sections are there, total 55 verses are there. Arjuna very humbly requests Krishna that he wants to see the universal form. Krishna, of course, being very pleased with Arjuna's request, he is giving his special darshan, divine mission to have the darshan of this universal form. Once seeing this universal form, multicolored, which we are seeing in today's verse, Krishna is saying, Arjuna's experience is being expressed there, and also Arjuna is getting terrified and is offering prayers to, dissolve this universal form and see the original Shama Sundara form. And then finally, after Arjuna's request, Krishna is showing the armed form. So there are 3 forms expressed in this chapter. The first is actually the universal form. Then after that, the 400 Vishnumurti form. Then at last, after the Arjuna's request that I want to only see your Shama Sundara form, Krishna is showing the 200 form. So 3 forms are there. And here also you can see the mood of Arjuna, humble request. The mood of Arjuna is humility. So His Holiness Radhanath Swami Maharaj says that humility is an ornament which attracts the mercy of the Lord very easily. If somebody has humility, even though he may not be exalted in bhakti, Krishna will bestow his mercy. So humility is a very, very important quality to attract Krishna's mercy. So here you can see in the beginning itself, Arjuna, even though he is a great Kshatriya warrior, he is actually folding his hands and begging Krishna to have that universal form. And also Arjuna says, expresses that if you feel that I am qualified, he is not demanding, he is saying that if you feel that I am qualified, kindly reveal that form to me. So these are the 4 sections in chapter 11, and this is taken from His Holiness Swayam Bhagavan Keshava Swami Maharaj. Actually, after reading this book only, of course, Prabhupada purports are very wonderful, very having clarity, but you can see the connectivity and flow by the acronyms. Even the school times, when we want to remember some formula or something, we always use some acronyms, easy to remember. So Maharaj has actually given the same acronyms format for Bhagavad Gita, Srimad Bhagavatam, Chaitanya Charitamrita also, and there is also Gita 3 Life, so many books, but very wonderful. Maharaj has contributed, and many devotees in ISKCON, they are using Maharaj's presentation same way to explain Bhagavad Gita. It reaches the devotees very easily, audience. So we can see here chapter 11, the universal form. If you want to remember, the acronym is Rupa, because there is a form, it is actually Rupa. Rupa means first is Arjuna's request, then Krishna is revealing the universal form, and then Arjuna is offering the prayers P, and A is the last armed form, Vishnu form, then original Shama Sundara form. So the 4 sections we can easily remember. Chapter 11 means it's Rupa. And one of the biggest discussion about God when we say is, there are category of people who say that Lord does not have the absolute truth does not have a form, and there are other people who actually have an opinion that Lord has a form. So we are seeing in this material world, any concept if you take, there is always 2 divisions automatically will form. Like we have BJP and Congress. Anything you have 2. If you say vegetarian, there will be one group arguing for non-vegetarian. If you say God is having a form, then there is a group saying that God does not have a form. If you say God is one, there is a group saying no, God is having so many. You see any concept. Even in ISKCON we have Prabhupada, then there is a group we split and say no, we will not accept, we will accept up to Srila Prabhupada. Any concept, if you see, always there are divisions of people who will accept one concept, and there will be a group of people who will oppose. Similar way, when we say God also, definitely there is 2 parties. One say that God has a form, the other argues that God does not have a form. But here Krishna is actually very systematically expressing the universal form as well as 400 form, 200 form. So we can conclude that Krishna is formless and form, but the formless comes from the Original form. Original Lord is having beautiful Shyamasundara form. From him emanates so many kinds of forms. Out of that, one is also impersonal feature of the Lord. So Rupa is actually the acronym used to remember this chapter. So the 55 verses, first 4 verses is talking about request of Arjuna to Krishna. So we are coming to the second section where the Lord is giving the divine vision to Arjuna and revealing his universal form, 5 to 14. And then after seeing that form, Arjuna is offering the prayers. So we recently saw this Mahavatar Narasimha. So we were always reading from Bhagavatam, and we have some kind of imagination, how Prahlad Maharaj, Narasimha, but when he saw with visual effects, it was really very, amazing. I saw in Tamil Nadu in theatre, in Tamil. So you can see the multimedia effects and the music, the theatre has a different kind of ambience with many speakers, and you have to see it is like something out of this world experience. Of course, when we are seeing here on projector, it's good, but when you see there in the special effects, and also there is a 3D glass. So everything comes nearby, when Narasimha comes and kills, everything comes near your eyes. So next time, Prabhuji, you have to put with 3D glass here. So we'll have special effects. So I was thinking, see, this Bhagavatam was explained, we are just reading, Prahlad Maharaj comes, then Narasimha comes. But when you see, but original Leela will be much more, 1,000 times more than what, because you cannot imitate same thing. Imitation you can do up to certain extent, So even in a multimedia film, if it is so wonderful to see, how much will be the original Leela when it happened actually. So same way this universal form also, we are reading, it was 1,000 heads, so many people are going into his heads, so many things. We can have some kind of imagination, but somebody will take a picture and you will see much more, but actual universal form will be very, very much amazing, and that's why Arjuna is also trembling, after seeing that universal form. And I heard that movie, they are going to take another 7 movies like that, up to 20, 40 or something they have a plan. And a lot of things came that devotee was very much struggling to take that movie. He kept his house in loan for 40 crores, and now, but it has become more than 200 crores. So after the success of that movie, 300 now, okay, yesterday 300. Yeah. So in the beginning itself they thanked Prabhupada and all. So they have a lot of plan because they know it is becoming very successful. So they want to take other Leelas as well. Every 2 years one Leela they want to make it as a movie. So we will all be very fortunate to have some kind of audio visual effects of Bhagavatam, Srimad Bhagavatam. So in that way wonderful. Sometimes even that Krishna, we had this in the Janmashtami drama. So it was very good with so much audio visual, so much apt music, birth of Lord Krishna. So it was always, we are in Kali Yuga, we need some audio visual effects, to bring out our emotions. So emotions come out very easily. So unless we are exalted devotees, we are pure devotees, even just by reading Bhagavatam we will get that emotions. So here we can see Arjuna's 4 verses are there. Arjuna's request in the beginning of chapter, that he has realized his glory, and also he says in 10th chapter, Param Brahma, Param Dhamma, Pavitram, Paramam Bhavan. So I desire to see your universal form which you enter and support this universe. If you think I can behold, so qualification they say, you have to deserve before you desire. Like whether we are qualified to see mercy of the Lord. So there is a saying, you have to be deserving before you desire. So that's what Arjuna is expressing here. If you think I can behold means, if Arjuna is telling, if you think that I deserve to see this form, kindly reveal it to me. Otherwise, it's not required because I am not qualified. But here in modern days, people want challenging God. They don't have any qualification, but still they want to know everything about God. So Prabhupada also said that qualification is very important before you want to get the mercy of the Lord. So same Arjuna inquired, can I see that all pervasive form? And you can see here same thing, he is expressing his humility, he is addressing the Lord with the proper word as Yogeshwara, and also he is telling whether if I deserve you can show me this form. So these are some of the qualities exhibited in the first 4 verses by Arjuna in a proper mood, how we should approach the Lord or how we should approach the saintly people, with what kind of mood. And here is the important question. Already in the 10th chapter, Arjuna already knows that Krishna is the Supreme Lord, He's already saying, because Krishna already says, Aham Sarvasya Prabhu, and hearing that, not only you, I already know because I have heard from all the saints, Param Brahma, Param Dhamma, Pavitram Paramam. So already I know Asita, Devala, Narada, they also declared, you are also saying, so I fully accept you as a Supreme Personality of Godhead. Then somebody may ask that why then Arjuna wants to see this universal form. These are some of the reasons Arjuna want to, the request was because it's not for Arjuna, it is for common people and also for future generations to come. Prabhupada writes that it is not for Arjuna's sake, it is only for, in future also people may challenge, why Krishna said, but did he demonstrate? Anybody can claim I am Supreme Lord, but how many of them proved? Prabhupada said, who can lift Govardhan hill? Krishna did that. So who can show the universal form? Krishna did that. So to help understand people about Krishna's glories, that was the inner mood of Arjuna, that he want to benefit the people. Same like Srimad Bhagavatam, Parishit Maharaj is asking a question not for himself, it is for the benefit of the entire humanity. And the Shaunaka Rishis, then the Naimisharanya also, they are asking for the benefit of humanity. So good people, saintly people always ask something for the benefit of the people. Or selfish people, they ask anything only for related for their own personal benefit. So here one of the reason is to help people understand Krishna's glories, and also second reason is to establish Krishna's divinity or supremacy. That is also second reason, and to convince that Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and also to set criteria that anybody in future they will claim that they are the incarnation, they have to pass this test of exhibiting the universal form. And now why Krishna want to also show that form? It is also to certain criteria for incarnations, because in Bhagavatam also it is there. In Bhagavatam Prabhu, that auspicious marks, so many things are there. In any incarnations they do wonderful leelas, Adbhuta leela, which common man cannot do. Krishna did like that so many leelas, and also there will be like lot of auspicious marks on their lotus feet, and also they will take birth in the very auspicious time. So these also they should be revealed in the scriptures. So Chaitanya Swayam S.B. Keshava Samaraj says the acronym called SAFE, like some auspicious mark, then like that, I don't remember the exact word, but SAFE, like saying if you want to remember is an incarnation, if you want to know a person is really an incarnation, it should be in the scriptures, it should be like auspicious marks, then F for something wonderful, I don't know, E and something exemplary acts, something like that, SAFE. So in that way also Arjuna, Krishna want to establish that he is a Supreme Lord, so that every humanity can take benefit of this, and also to encourage Arjuna to fight, and to please also Arjuna who wanted to see that form. So the Lord always want to please his devotees. So since the devotee asked, Krishna want to please Arjuna by exhibiting that form. So this is the thing. Now we can see this is a multimedia effect, but here only we have normal picture, but it was like Krishna's wonderful form is being exhibited of his own universal form, which is having like 1,000 heads, and Krishna, all the Kauravas are entering inside. He is able to see Lord Shiva there, all the demigods, devatas, all the sages, all in one shot. Arjuna is able to see that form. Even in the Mahabharata serial, they express that universal form. It's very wonderful to see in that. So 11.5, Krishna's description of his own universal form, and what Arjuna is going to see is what's coming verses 5, 6, 7, 8. So Prabhupada has written his purport that we'll go to the purport. So Arjuna wanted to see Krishna's universal form, and it is a transcendental form and also a temporary form. It is manifested only temporarily, and it is not eternally situated in the spiritual sky. I mean, this form is not present in the spiritual world, like Krishna, Rama, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and even Prabhupada said Jagannath also is there in the spiritual world. So that form, but this universal form is not there. Time to time it is exhibited and dissolved, and as Arjuna wanted to see that, Krishna is revealing this form. And also Prabhupada writes that this universal form is not possible to be seen by any ordinary man. Krishna must give one power to see this form. So if at all there is no, Krishna's mercy is not there, we cannot see that form. So here today's verse, my dear Arjuna, O son of Pritha, see now my affluences, hundreds and thousands of very divine and multicolored forms. O best of the Bharatas, see here the different manifestations of Adityas, Vasus, Rudras, Ashwini Kumaras, and all other demigods. Am Adirhi Devanam, Krishna says that all the demigods originate from me. Behold the many wonderful things which no one has ever seen or heard before. That's the next verse. So now we will go to another section. Maybe, I don't know how many of you have heard Oppenheimer. There is a recent Hollywood movie also. It's a very very highly hit film, Oppenheimer. Oppenheimer, the Bhagavad Gita and atom bomb. So anybody, you can guess what is the subject about? Because Prabhupada's purport was very small, I thought we will add some more to, to make it for some match the time. So anybody can guess? Yes. Yes. Yes, Prabhu. Yes, very good, Prabhu. That is one point. Second point, anybody can say? Oppenheimer, Bhagavad Gita and the atom bomb.
Lord's destructive form.
Yes, Prabhu. That is correct. Yeah, Lord destructive form also. So this is very interesting. If you see this, of course, it's not like purely spiritual or but you can take the inspiration of Bhagavad Gita, like how much Bhagavad Gita is influenced. So small 2 minutes video clip is there. Prabhu, audio will come there. Audio will come, or you want to set anything? Just a 2 minutes. If you see this video, you will understand.
The actor who portrays Oppenheimer in Christopher Nolan's highly anticipated film of the year recently shared that he read the Bhagavad Gita to prepare for his role. He described the text as absolutely beautiful and very interesting.
I did read the Bhagavad Gita in preparation, and I thought it was absolutely beautiful text.
Interestingly, the phrase, I have become death, the destroyer of the worlds, is frequently used in the movie Oppenheimer. Let's explore this verse from the Bhagavad Gita. In chapter 11, Lord Krishna presents his divine Vishnu form to Arjuna. This form, so powerful and sacred, frightens and confounds Arjuna. In verse 31, Arjuna surrenders to Lord Krishna, saying, I bow down to you and ask, who are you? Appearing so terrified, please be merciful and explain your intentions. Lord Krishna responds in verse 32, starting, Kalokshmi Roga Kshayakrit Prabhuto, which translates to, I am the powerful time, the destroyer of all worlds. He also reveals that he can eliminate Kauravas even without Arjuna's intervention. This war was against Adharma. The Bhagavad Gita doesn't support fighting for unjust reasons. Lord Krishna was prompting Arjuna to engage in a righteous battle over Dharma Yuddha. Now, let's delve into Oppenheimer's life. Dr. Oppenheimer was not only an exceptional scientist, but also an enthusiastic Sanskrit scholar. He had read numerous Sanskrit texts in their original form, including the Bhagavad Gita. He stated that this book profoundly influenced his philosophy. He frequently gifted copies of this book to his friends and kept a well-known personal copy close at hand. He even named this car Garuda after the bird that served as mount of the god Vishnu. In the 1930s, the US government convinced Oppenheimer that the Nazis were developing a nuclear bomb. Believing he was on the side of the good versus evil, he agreed to work on the project. However, witnessing the Trinity just horrified him, making him understand the devastating potential of his work. He's remembered for saying, I have become death, the destroyer of the worlds. I remember the line from the Hindu scripture.
He's the original Oppenheimer.
Trying to persuade the prince that he should do his duty, and to impress him, takes arms, multi-armed form, who says, now I am become death, the destroyer of worlds. I suppose we all want that, one way or another. When the President Harry Truman made the decision to use the atomic bomb on Japan, it greatly troubled Oppenheimer. Soon after, within a month, the United States dropped 2 atomic bombs on Japan. Oppenheimer expressed to President Truman that both of them were responsible for the consequences, saying that they had blood on their hands. He also opposed the development of the hydrogen bomb in 1949. In his later years, Oppenheimer continued to lobby for international control of nuclear weapons and atomic energy.
So now we understood how Bhagavad Gita. So he was thinking it was fighting against Dharma. So he developed he is the father of atomic bomb. So the America convinced him that we have to fight our enemies, and he developed that bomb. But when it exploded during the test, he quoted this Bhagavad Gita, very famous verse actually. This verse we can say, this verse actually, this verse he quoted when the bomb blasted, that time I am the great destroyer of the worlds, and I have come here to destroy all people with the exception of you, the Pandavas, and all the soldiers here on the sides will be slain. 11.32. And as Prabhuji was saying, also he quoted, if hundreds and thousands of suns were to rise at once at the sky, the radiance might resemble the effulgence of the Supreme Person in that universal form. So he was actually reading Bhagavad Gita and taking a lot of inspiration, but at the same time he was misguided by the politics, and later he repented that why he has taken this exercise of inventing this atomic bomb. So that was Oppenheimer, Bhagavad Gita and the atomic bomb. Hare Krishna. So last slide, Vishwarupa, Prabhupada says a temporary form, and devotees are not eager to see the Vishwarupa form. Only Arjuna is requesting for others' sake. So that is one important thing, take away. So we have small purport, and not much, because it is all self-explanatory verses, not much explanation is there. And today is also fortunately Lalita Sashti, so I am not qualified to speak, definitely Prabhuji can speak, and it's a big topic. But I just taken some references so that we can just glorify whatever our understanding, we can take shelter and pray to her lotus feet, that we will develop a pure devotional service on this very auspicious day. So Lalita Sashti is appearance day of Lalita Shaki. So if you see in Krishna, this Chennai temple, you can see on the Krishna side is Lalita and the Radharani side is Vishaka. So almost most of the temples you can see Radha Krishna with Lalita and Vishaka. So they are friends of Radharani, Srimati Radharani, and we can see that some temples are like Tirupati temple, Mayapur temple, they are the Ashtasakis, but most of the temples, even in Vrindavan, we can see only they are very intimate to Srimati Radharani. And also we are approaching Srimati Radharani's appearance day also on Sunday. So we'll read about, we'll little bit try to understand. Lalita Saki is one of the principal 8 Sakis of Srimati Radharani in Vrindavan. So Saki means friend. So she is a very intimate friend of Srimati Radharani. What is the meaning of her name? It means playful and charming. Srimati Radharani is also called as Lalita. So one more name of Srimati Radharani is also called as Lalita. She is very dear friend of Radha Krishna. Lalita Saki and her assistants incarnate from time to time in the material realm to propagate the topmost mood of serving Radha Krishna. So their mood is to actually to propagate the topmost mood of serving Radha Krishna, namely to become maid servant of Srimati Radharani. So that is her mood. Rupa Manjari. So our Rupa Goswami, we are all called Rupanugas, followers of Rupa Goswami, is the assistant and follower of Lalita, because Rupa Manjari, Rupa Goswami, Manjari means they will assist the Sakis in serving Radha Krishna. So Rupa Manjari, who is actually incarnated as Rupa Goswami, is the assistant and follower of Lalita Saki. Thus all who consider themselves as Rupanuga Bhaktas, followers of Rupa Goswami, are ultimately the servants of Lalita Devi, and thus through the media of Parampara should always be longing to engage in the service of her lotus feet. When the day comes that we will be able to please her, she will engage us in the intimate loving service of Sri Radha Krishna according to our heart's desire. So we can see here. Also Lalita Saki incarnated as Swarup Damodar in the pastimes of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and acted as his personal secretary. Sri Swarup Damodar was the personification of ecstatic love, fully cognizant of the highest transcendental mellows in relationship with Lord Krishna. He directly represented Sri Gauranga Mahaprabhu as his second expansion. In fact, no one could approach or present anything to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu without his sanction. If someone wrote a book or composed verses and songs and wanted to recite them before Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Swarup Damodar would first examine them and then correctly present them. Only then would Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu agree to listen. So again in Gaura Leela also, she appeared as actually Lalita Saki as incarnated as Swarup Damodar and acted as personal secretary of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And Srila Rupa Goswami, following whose lines we are known as Rupanuga Vaishnavas, who is Rupa Manjari in Golaka Vrindavan, is a principal Manjari serving under Srimati Lalita Devi. And it is Srimati Lalita Devi who brings the qualified jivas to the lotus feet of Srimati Radhika Rani and engages them in her service. Therefore, Srila Rupa Goswami has composed Sri Lalita Ashtagam, glorifying her auspicious qualities. So that Ashtagam is there. If anyone knows to recite, we can recite also. Definitely. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Any questions or any comments? Or Prabhuji, please, you want to add something?
Very, very nice lecture. Very crisp, very sharp, and very.
We are learning from all our senior Vaishnavas here, Prabhu.
First, Prabhu, request you take more lectures. So, very nice. Second, Prabhu, you mentioned that this verse, Krishna's three
Forms.
forms are described. So, universal form you explained, Prabhu. Then you mentioned about armed forms.
The four-armed Vishnu form.
Four-armed Vishnu form.
And then finally he takes, and still Arjuna is not satisfied. He will ask, I want to see your original Shyamsundara form. Then at last, at the chapter conclusion, he reveals the original Shyamsundara form. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hare Krishna.
Any other question? Would you guess which is there? So who's playing? It's such a nice way, there's no further questions. Very clear.
Prabhu, you can add something, Vishwanath Prabhu can add something. It's a small purport, Prabhu, so not much things to explain because it's going to be like revealing the universal form. So
very nicely the connection in the chapter 11. So wonderfully explained about what the reason for this spiritual form. Why Arjuna wanted to see and why Krishna wanted to reveal this form. The purpose of this form is very, very nice.
Thank you, Prabhu.
There is no further questions, so we'll end from here.
So we are all taking actually inspiration from V.S. Prakash Prabhu, Vishwanath Prabhu, Vishnu Paramanand Prabhu, Param. They are all actually, because of them we are inspired, and actually we are speaking like we have said in the beginning, we are believing, but you are acting. So there is difference. So
We all are very,
we
very
also, thank you.
The animation, almost every day you see in classes, different classes, different people. So many courses running. So many rastas, so many Bhakti Vishwa at the beginning. We working on this for this competition.
Thank you.
The mentioned request to please, we know that at the same time we have a program there, we don't have our, we are not able to come here. But since now we don't have a program for 2 weeks, so we can come here and
Arjun Krishna
give us
Prabhu.
an association, all of us. So this time from writing sir to one.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Srila Prabhupada ki jai, and also I would like to thank all the assembled devotees in Salmia for giving me this wonderful opportunity, tolerating me, and even though I am not much knowledgeable, but still giving me an opportunity to share whatever I understand from this. Hare Krishna.
So mention the